Okay, and what do you teach?
I teach middle school and high school health. Oh, and I also coach wrestling and middle school track.
How many years have you taught it?
At here, teaching altogether.
Wrestling.
Wrestling, I've coached wrestling for 25 years. I was in Canton City for 12 years, and I've been 10 years I coached there, and I've been in Canton South for 10, 15 years.
Where did you learn how to do it?
I wrestled in Canton South my freshman year, and then I got a scholarship and I went to Defiance College, and I wrestled 2 years at Defiance.
What inspired you to do this?
Basketball. I went out for basketball my freshman year, and the first day of practice, the coach kept, out of 30 guys, he kept 7 guys, and he said, the rest of you guys take showers. Well, I knew right then that that was his team, which it ended up being. So that next Monday, I decided to go out for wrestling, because in wrestling, no matter what the coach thinks, you can challenge it. You know, if I feel I'm better than you, if I beat you, I wrestle. No questions asked. And that's why I did that.
What does your students have, what do they learn by doing it?
Wrestling teaches you more than just, winning and losing. Wrestling teaches discipline, team, set goals, achieve goals. Things get, when you lose, you can either quit or get better. Winning, you can be a good winner. There's a lot of things in life. Things, sometimes it's hard, and same thing with life. So I think it's a sport that, it's a tough sport, and ask anyone that's played any other sport in high school, I'd have to say that wrestling is the hardest.
What do you love about your job and why?
Teaching job or coaching job? Coaching? What I like is when you see an individual that's okay, and then as they mature as a freshman, sophomore, and then they start to really win and they have that confidence, and when they go on the mat, you can actually see that they've got that inner confidence. Now I'm okay, I'm good, and I can do this.
Is there anything else interesting about your job you'd like to tell us?
Well, I think with wrestling, I've got a lot of contact with guys that I coached years before. I get things on Facebook, I get emails, I've gotten letters. I got letters from a former girl that wrestled for me at McKinley. She was a staff sergeant in the Army, and she just thanked me for allowing her to be on the team, even though she never wrestled a varsity match. That it helped her to become a sergeant in the Army. I had another kid wrote me a letter from Korea. Same thing. Said because of wrestling, it made them be able to achieve that. And I think that's you do more than just coach. So.
What are the obstacles that you face during this job or in teaching?
Part of the obstacle is the internet, video games, jobs, families. Things have changed. There's so many other options instead of playing sports today that the kids would rather take the easy route. I can stay home. I can, and I think that's part. We don't have the numbers that we used to have, and some of the kids aren't. That it's not as important.
No.
I'm Tori Williams and I'm interviewing Sam Johnson.
Hi.
Why are you in wrestling?
I'm in wrestling because my stepdad was in wrestling and he got me into it, and I really enjoy it. You get a good sense of brotherhood, and you got a good group of guys who are willing to help you do whatever.
What do you enjoy the most about it?
I really like the feeling when you win, but I also like when you learn something new.
What keeps you going?
Usually Coach Laughlin. He's pretty inspirational.
What inspired you in the first place to join?
My stepdad.
What kind of awards do you win?
Sometimes you can win like a medal, and then other times you get like a trophy depending on your plays.
And what do you get out of it?
You get a good sense of friendship. You have a good coach willing to help you, and you just have a good group of friends.
I'm Tori Williams, and I'm interviewing Mrs. Rivers. Your name?
I'm Beth Rivers.
And what do you teach?
I teach instrumental music in 5th through 12th grade and also music appreciation.
How many years have you been teaching this?
10 years.
Where did you learn and how did you do it?
I went in the United States Marine Corps after high school, and I learned to play oboe and clarinet, and after 3 years I went to college at Kent State University and got my bachelor's and my master's degrees in music there.
What inspired you to do this?
I was 10 years old when I went to a football game with my dad at Ohio State University, and I saw the marching band at Ohio State, and that was my inspiration to get into music.
What does your students do and learn in it?
They learn how to read music and play music, and when they get into high school they even march and perform a lot. We do like 25 performances during the first 9 weeks in summer, so it's a real active class.
What do you love about your job and why?
Well, the job is great because I get to know kids from the time they're 10 years old clear till they graduate high school. I have them every day and get to see them a lot after school, get to take them on special trips. So it's really the special relationship you get to have with kids and get really close to them for 8 years. It's fun.
What are your obstacles that you face during this job in teaching?
The main thing is it's a really super hour intensive job. So we work a ton of hours. Mr. Rivers and I both. We work a lot of hours a year, a week. That's the hard part. We get really tired.
And if there's anything else you want to tell us about your job?
Just that music is a great thing to do. And I just encourage everybody to be in the arts in some way, whether it's vocal music or visual arts or especially instrumental music. And it's something that I think you can carry the stuff you learn in groups like that on through the rest of your life. So it's really, really a special thing to do.
Okay, thank you. Oh, I'm Tori Williams and I interviewed Michaela Vergis. Why are you in band?
Because it's really fun and the activities that we do are exciting.
What do you enjoy most about it?
How family-like in the environment of band. We're very close.
What keeps you going?
All my friends are in band and it's really fun, so I can't really drop out.
What inspired you in the first place?
It looks good on college resume.
What kind of awards do you get when you win?
We get cliques, and cliques are like you have to try out, and there's 4 cliques, and like once you get to the 4th one, that's you can't get that like your junior year, you get that your senior year. There's pins you get for like cooperation and all that kind of stuff.
Where does band take you? Like when you go to travel?
We went to Sayo, we went to Tuscaroras, we went to a lot of places. We went to Cedar Point. Next year for our big trip we're going to Disney, so we're making fundraisers throughout the year and a whole bunch of other stuff.
And what do you get out of band?
The enjoyment, friends, it keeps me busy, keeps me out of trouble. Marching band's really fun, it's exciting, and yeah.